it's uncomfortable in a way because people have very strong opinions.
Very strong opinions. If you haven't noticed, we're an interracial couple. I'm black, she's white.
Welcome to the club, Miss Mamas. She's growing, people.
I
don't switch up on the pod now that I said that.
Welcome back to another episode of Where's My Coffee podcast. I'm Perris.
I'm Georgia, and this is episode 24.
We have been doing some brainstorming, having in-depth conversations about just what our podcast looks like. It's time to do just kind of sort of like a hard reset, hard refresh. We've kind of realized that we weren't leaning into who we are both individually and as a married couple. We're trying to find our core audience. We're trying to build a core audience. We're trying to be more relatable. We're trying to just show our wonderful dynamic and what it means to be an interracial couple, what that looks like, what that feels like, what that sounds like, and how it may relate to those who are also in interracial couples out there. Yeah, I don't know. It's kind of been one of the reasons why we haven't been recording as often.
Yeah, I feel like every episode we've kind of been like pulling strings to figure out, okay, what are we going to talk about this episode? And we've been keeping it kind of like almost like pop culture-y of like what's going on with like Love Island and things that we're doing, which is fine. But it was feeling almost like stale, but like almost at the same time, like there was like no like purpose to it. It was just like we were just doing it to do it. Yeah. And I was like, I feel like I'm losing steam. So like for me to feel refreshed with it and like actually get excited for every episode, we need to figure out like what the ins and outs are going to be.
Yeah.
And yeah, so we sat down, we brainstormed, and we kind of realized like what do we have to bring to the table? How can people relate to us? What makes us unique?
Yeah. And it kind of seemed like we were, every time we would say, hey, is today the day we're going to record? We would ask ourselves, okay, well, what are we going to talk about?
Right.
And it's like,
we didn't want this. When we first started, we weren't forcing anything. It kept coming naturally, and like the topics came, but then once I don't know, there was just a moment of like,
we just hit a wall. We
hit a wall of like, okay, now what? Like,
exactly.
We got stuck.
And you made a good point in one of our conversations, like people aren't coming to us for news.
No, we're not a pop culture podcast. Yeah. We're not like a tea or drama podcast. Mm-hmm. I personally don't do enough research or enough like digging in and following to like feel like I can educate people enough on that topic.
Right.
And that was one thing that, I'm not wearing my ring. Anyway, that was one thing that we were like, we're not here to educate.
Yeah.
I think if anything, we want to create this platform to be relatable for people to like, just like understand us or feel heard.
And I think we've been avoiding the elephant in the room.
Yeah. 100%, because it's uncomfortable in a way because people have very strong opinions.
Very strong opinions. If you haven't noticed, we're an interracial couple. I'm black, she's white.
Yep.
And
it comes with a lot of baggage that is baggage the right word?
I think it's the right word somewhere in there.
Comes with a lot of quirks of opinions. Understanding
consequences, some might say.
Right. So it's just a case of like trying not to allow those maybe like the negative energy of that side of it dictate how we present ourselves.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But the time is now. I'm scared.
The time is now. Like I said, like we've been getting a lot of advice, and one of the advice is like, who are we talking to?
Yeah.
You know,
again, the purpose. What is the purpose of us doing this?
Yeah. And I think too, it's a hobby.
Yeah.
It's not something that like,
this isn't our career. We have our own careers.
Yeah.
We're busy.
Yeah.
I want to look at this as, and how I looked at it at the beginning of the season, I guess, is we have a time to sit down and just like deep dive into like a conversation together.
Mm-hmm.
And that stopped.
Yeah.
For the past, what, like 5 episodes, 6 episodes, maybe?
Yeah.
It felt like we were just showing up, but like it was very like, I don't know, empty.
Like, yeah. And that's a great thing you said too. Was like, it's just like we were just
doing it to do it. And I was like, I want there to be
substance.
Yeah. And then like, I want it to create conversation amongst others of like, yeah, just like other stories other people have, like know that I'm not alone, that you're not alone. And you know, like little things like that. I don't know if we're being a little too dramatic with how we're explaining this.
No, and it's just the key thing is just being, we want to be more relatable. We want to be, but also put ourselves forward. Yeah. You know, allow y'all to get to know us a lot more, but not even so much like repeating anything we kind of said when we first started the episode, but just the nuances of
being a little bit more vulnerable. I think
being vulnerable, showing the nuances of being a married couple, and being interracial and what that looks like in the world. How do we navigate through certain avenues and things like that in the world? Yeah, you know what I mean? Because everyone goes through pretty much the same thing, but circumstances may be different because of
we have an extra layer, I would say.
Yeah. Yeah. So
let's do it.
Let's do it. I mean, there was a good question out there, like, love at first side eye.
What do you mean by that?
What were initial thoughts from family, friends, or strangers?
Like, were there side eyes kind of thing?
Were there side eyes? Were there comments? Were there, you know, what was everyone in your circle, in your life? What was their perspective of, or if there was any, of you having a boyfriend or coming home, bringing home a black man, so to speak?
I'll start with friends and acquaintances close to me. There wasn't like a big deal about it. I think if anything, a lot of them kind of set out meeting up. So they were more so excited for me because they were like, we were a part of this journey. Mm-hmm. So there was nothing necessarily like negative. I don't feel like I got side eyes. I don't think there was any like ill intent amongst it. And then I guess when it comes to family, I went home when we were still talking and we didn't officially date yet. And I actually was home with a couple of my girlfriends and they were like, she's talking to a boy kind of thing. And I never spoke about boys with my family. Yeah. Ever. Like, literally never. Like, I don't even think mom knew if I had kissed a boy before going to college kind of thing. Mm-hmm. So that was like a very, like, it was kind of uncomfortable for me to talk about it. I don't know. So when I went home and they were like being so open about it, I was so uncomfortable. And obviously my mom was like excited, but then at the same time she's like, all right, well, like, show me a photo. Yeah. And, you know, showed a photo and she's like, oh my goodness, so handsome. Like, nothing like crazy. If anything, it was more a case of maybe her coming to the realization of like, oh my gosh, like when she finishes college, like she may not come back if she like, you know what I mean? Like that aspect of it. But yeah, what about you? Maybe a little different.
Yeah, a little. Well, like my friends really don't care. It wasn't a whole thing of Perris got a girlfriend. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I think like you have your core friends and then you have friends outside of that core. Right. Who will have comments, like who will say, oh, Perris is, you know, into white women or white girls, you know what I'm saying? Or Perris, his preference is only white girls, you know what I'm saying? So I would hear a lot of that. As far as my family is concerned, the only opinions I really care about, my grandmother, my mom, my dad, my brother and sister. You know what I'm saying?
And maybe Toby.
And Toby. Yeah. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I meant to put a plural on that. Anyone else I don't care for. So, and my mom is, listen, she as long as the lady I bring home has a good heart, loves me, you know, that, and respects her.
Yeah.
That's all.
Yeah.
She, you know what I mean?
I think bottom line, both of our family and friends, I mean, we're surrounded by great people with like a very level-headed, no one looked at it as like, that's not going to be good that you're dating outside your race, essentially.
Yeah. But like traditionally growing up, you know, in my culture, you know, even my grandmother would always tell us, like, you know what I mean? She would want us to you know, marry Black women. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, as I got older, whoever like I was in a relationship with, and fast forward to you, like my grandmother adores you, like, you know, but I would say culturally it is you know, it is desired for the young man and young women in the family to keep it within inside the culture and race, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, there was nothing, you know, crazy, no side eyes from the family.
No. You made a comment of saying, oh, there Perris goes dating outside his race, implying that like you're into white women.
Yeah.
Like, talk on that, like, because I obviously you've dated all spectrums, so it's like, does that frustrate you? Does that, like, is there truth behind it? Like, what would you say about that?
Frustrating to a certain extent. Frustrating to a certain extent, because it's like I'm not going out hand picking.
Sure.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
you're drawn to like an energy. You're drawn to like a personality, not necessarily the color of their skin.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I tend to be very attracted to women who are just nice to me. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like
the bare minimum.
Yeah, just a nice person. And that's really all it is. You know what I mean? I'm not, and I've always said this, I'm not going out, okay, her because she's white.
Right.
Or her because she's not Black. That's never, I've never done that.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? And that's never been my motto or my morale. Like, I just never done that. So, I mean, it does kind of, like, I hear it, you know, I just think it's something I'm going to hear forever. Like, you know?
Well, you're married now, so.
Yeah. But what I'm saying is the comment of, oh, he's only into white women.
Oh, I see
you know
what
I
you're
mean?
saying.
Yeah, I've always gotten that. Or when I, you know, again, because you're not the first white woman that I've been with. You know what I mean? People think that that's my preference, quote unquote. No, I just don't discriminate.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it's something I'm used to at this point.
Yeah.
At this point, you know?
It's funny. So for me, I think it's more a thing in America, like the fetish idea for like someone who's white.
Yeah.
For like that, it's like you're attracted to Black men. It becomes like almost like a fetish here in America for some reason, and that was news to me when I came here.
Yeah.
But it's a similar thing. Like, I never was like, oh, I'm only into Black men. It just like happened, and I didn't realize that like it was like it's not a stereotype, but like there are women out there that are quite strict with like they're only attracted to.
Yeah.
And that to me, I was like, no, that's not me. It's just by chance kind of thing. Like I've told Perris this many times of like I could have been with a white guy 100%.
Yeah. No, for
like
sure.
there's no way like I could
know
have
that
seen
for
that.
certain.
Like that could have been my future.
Yeah.
But it just, again, I was attracted to your personality, who you are as a person, like so that's just is what it is. And it's funny because I think now that I'm with you, I do get bowled into that category of like, oh, this is my type. Do you know what I mean? Which is there's nothing wrong because you're my type. But...
Right. So I have a question. Let's say there's an interracial couple out there, right? And they are each other's first You know what I mean? Meaning this first time they're married to a black man or dating a black man, and vice versa. This is the first time he's dating a white woman. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Can't one understand that if they're together for a certain period of time and let's say they break up,
yeah,
and from then on they are just repeating or dating the same, like, you know,
like
what I'm saying?
you're familiar with it.
Yeah,
now,
like
at that point.
like isn't there some understanding there too?
There's
It's just
some
like
truth to that, because it's like you've like, because like there is some differences.
you're dating what you know.
Yeah.
You're dating what you know. You're dating what you're used to, and like I just always looked at it as, do you fault a person for that? You know what I mean?
I don't think anyone should fault anyone's choice of,
because I don't think it's a fetish at that point. I don't think that's a fetish.
I think there are probably people out there who have it as a fetish, and I think that's a little odd.
Yeah, that is scary.
But
yeah,
I also think that there are many out there that are just attracted to all walks of life.
Yeah, your preference is your preference.
Exactly. Like, I don't know why we have to like categorize us or put us in a bucket.
Well, not what I think. I just know that, you know.
And like the comment of like, once you go black, you never go back. Like, that comment also frustrates me a little bit. I know that's like kind of a little like on the sexual side of it.
I think white women have created. Did white women create that?
Probably. Yeah. Okay. But that too, I'm like why are we doing that? You know what I mean? Like, anyway, I don't know.
But but I will, I on the other hand, I do have to acknowledge that, you know, it's years of oppression, you know what I'm saying, that shape the way, you know, we as a culture have every right to perceive things,
sure,
shape things, whatever. And I do understand the argument that we should not be dating or being with the lineage of our oppressors, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I'm not saying that's wrong at all. Yeah. You know what I mean? And that's why I think it's super complex, and that's why that's why I said I'm annoyed to an extent, because it's like, dang, if you knew my heart, if you knew, like, I'm not out here trying to cherry pick or anything. Yeah. But I also leave room. You respect people's. Yeah, of course.
Same thing. You respect people's opinions on what they believe.
For sure. Because, like,
you're not going to fault someone who doesn't want to even look twice at someone outside their race.
I understand and respect that perspective, and I'm not saying they're wrong for that. I'm not saying that their perspective.
But do you think it's wrong for them to say that you're wrong?
Yeah, I'm not going to lie. Yeah, because it's like
everyone's entitled to their own opinion.
And I was saying that, like, I do believe that it's super complex, because I still think I can be pro-black in an interracial relationship. I know that might sound wild.
Do you think there's people out there who don't think you are? Because
absolutely.
See, that's sad to me, because I think it's taking away a part of you and what you can speak on and what you can, like, you know, preach. Mm-hmm. But just because you're with me means it's like taking away part of that. So cool.
And that's why I never wanted to go down that route, because I understand.
Right.
How
it's kind of like a fight not worth fighting, almost.
Not
a fight.
It's not even that, opinion. But it's like I'm always going to lose that battle. Mm. You know what I mean? And I'm okay with losing that battle.
Sure. That makes sense.
Just give me the respect of
being civil,
or not. You don't have to respect it.
Yeah, true.
It's just, that's why I'm saying it's super complex, but just know that I'm not anti-black. I'm not anti my people. I'm not anti-black women. I'm not anti, you know, my black culture. Mm-hmm. Like I'm not.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I can still believe that black women are the queens in who birthed this world, this earth. Like, you know what I'm saying? I can still, like, you know what I mean? But, you know.
It kind of makes me think, like, in public, being interracial, I feel like we probably get more stares than the average because of us.
Yeah.
Like at the mall, going grocery shopping, walking around. Like I do, you notice it more than I do because I'm so tunnel vision and aloof when I walk around.
And I'm hyper aware of it.
You're so hyper aware, but it's, I mean, we live in the South. We live in Atlanta. We have a very, very strong Black community, which is amazing. But I do think we do get a little bit more stares here than we did when we were living in Pittsburgh.
That's true. Pittsburgh being predominantly white.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And or at least the area we were in.
Right.
You know.
Like when we went to the mall for the first time in Atlanta, I remember like not the first, but like close to when we first moved down here, you were like, oh, like you felt it.
Yeah.
And you were acting strange, and I was like, "Is everything okay?" And you're just like, "We're just getting so many stares," and I didn't even know. And then once he told me, and then I kind of like was trying to be more aware. I was like, "Oh wow, we really are," kind of thing.
It's a culture shock, you know. Once we came from Pittsburgh,
but
Atlanta.
It's weird though because I feel like we do see a lot of other interracial couples down here.
Now we do.
Now we do.
When we first moved down here, I didn't see as many.
That might have been just because where we were living.
I think so too. Yeah. But now I see him by the boatload. Like I said, it was, you know, an extreme culture shock because, you know, a lot of tokenism happens up north. You know what I mean? So who's to say that they were more accepting because I was the token? Like, you know what I mean?
And they didn't see your color kind of thing.
Exactly, Mundo.
Right.
You know.
Which, honestly, I think that's worse.
Oh, well, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, absolutely. You know, but even when we moved down here, and I love Atlanta. I love the Black culture down here. Because even when I worked at Topgolf, because I think it was only a few white employees there. You know, when my friends found out that I was married to a white, they had their jokes, but it was all, you know. They didn't care.
But you know what I've noticed as well? You'll follow up with she's Australian. And then the tone changes for some reason, slightly.
Sometimes, yeah.
Like it's like, oh, she's foreign. She's not white, which annoys me because I'm like, no, I'm white. Just because I'm from Australia, like I know there's like obviously different things, but like don't allow that to change. You know what I mean? The fact, I am white. I'm Caucasian.
Yeah.
Like I'm literally as white and pasty as it comes.
Yeah, no, for sure.
You know what I mean? It's just interesting that like me saying I'm Australian and not American white changes like an energy or a tone slightly.
Yeah.
Do you agree?
Yeah. No, I agree. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, for sure. I'd be lying if I said I didn't agree.
Right.
That's why I kind of like, I'm not going to lie, whenever I think that was my anxiety to being down here. Going food shopping, going to the malls, like you said, going to the works. When it was like going somewhere where it was a large crowd of people, I felt like we were just going to be judged. And I was just like, I'm so nervous. Like, you know what I mean? And it's, you know, I'll stand 10 toes for my wife. Like, you know what I'm saying? But like at the same time, there is some anxiety that comes with it because you just never know how people will react. You know what I mean? And or, you know,
because people do have very strong opinions about it. I think it's just a case of like, we just need to walk in with confidence. Like,
well, and
just
you're right.
like hold our ground a little bit more and not feel, try and do a little bit more tunnel vision like I do.
Yeah. But also, but you know what? Like, I'm not even like it doesn't happen all the time.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. No,
no. It's just like,
I feel like maybe we're making it sound like it's every single time.
Yeah, no.
It happens every now and then.
We're just giving examples of,
we just noticed it.
Yeah.
When we first moved down here. It was a little bit of a shock.
I remember asking you if you had told your parents that I was Black. Because I just didn't know how, you know what I mean? The vibe. Like, you know, would they approve? Like, is this something that, you know, is acceptable from where you're from as well? For
me, when I spoke to him, I was like, I mean, my initial reaction wasn't to have to say, oh, I'm dating someone and he's Black. Like, that was not what came across my mind because in their mind, it's like, oh, she's dating an American. Do you know what I mean? Like, that was like the extent of it. And kind of to piggyback on what I said earlier, It was, oh, she's dating an American, she might stay here longer after graduation. Like, that's what it was. It wasn't like, obviously they want to see what you look like, but it wasn't like, oh, let's double check if he's white or black. Do you know what I mean?
Gotcha, yeah.
And sure. I think, you mentioned to me the way that my parents spoke to you, meeting you and making you feel comfortable. And even when we went to Australia, of just kind of giving you the ins and the outs. Oh, here comes Miss Mamas. Welcome to the club, Miss Mamas. She's growing, people. And just like how she, I don't know, I think she like laid the groundwork to make you feel 100% comfortable.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Within our family.
Yeah, definitely.
You know what I mean?
Definitely.
Which I didn't know at the time that she had done that. So
yeah,
make sure she doesn't step on your laptop and press pause. Sorry, guys. She's a little bit more crazy. Last time she laid on my chest and fell asleep the whole time.
And she probably is tired.
She probably is. So she might settle down. But anyway, but yeah, I don't know. I just like, I didn't feel do you think I should have?
Should have what?
Said he's black?
Not unless you felt like you had to.
No, I didn't.
You know,
and because I knew deep down that like my parents wouldn't be like worried for me. No, for sure. That never crossed my mind to have to like explain myself to them.
What are some, like, we talked about how there might be, those who disagree with it, frown upon it, but even those who like are for it, but still have comments, some cringy things to say about it. Though it's just like, I
think one thing comes to mind when people, now sorry if you know me and you've said this and you feel personally victimized.
It's not personally about you. It's
just something that like makes me feel like a little uncomfy. Is like, oh my gosh, you guys are gonna have such beautiful caramel babies.
Yeah.
Like, why are they caramel? They're black.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, our babies aren't caramel. They're either mixed or they're black and white. You know what I mean? They're not caramel.
Well, like you just said, at the end of the day, they're black.
Yeah, it's just like they're going to be maybe they'll be a little bit lighter than what you are because they'll have a bit of me, and you know what I mean. But it's like
just the comment of
and they assume they're going to be so attractive and like so like almost like majestic, like they idolize the fact that it's going to be like such cute babies.
This hybrid, electric baby.
Literally though, it's so bizarre, and I'm just like, don't get me wrong, like I don't look at us as like unattractive people, so I think we're going to produce like an attractive baby.
Maybe.
Shoot, they may be ugly as hell. But at the end of the day, it's just like, it's just assumed because we're interracial, our kids are going to be gorgeous.
And that's what
beautiful.
We think that's why people say it.
Yeah, well, no, but they always put, you're going to have such cute caramel babies.
Yeah, the caramel part.
It's
I always think about caramel, like the actual caramel. Whenever someone says it, I'm like, hey, now I want some caramel.
It's weird though, because it's funny. My opinion of that has changed through our relationship though. When I first heard that, when we first started dating, before we got married, like that sort of thing, like I didn't think anything of it.
Yeah.
It was just like, oh my gosh, no, like so cute.
We took it as a compliment.
But then like the longer we've been together, I'm just like, and also maybe just like me being a little bit more, I guess, educated or like aware of like what it will mean for our children. Like I don't want them to be called caramel. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that just feels like wrong. Like you're taking away like what they are.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. No, it makes perfect sense.
So that's one thing that's a little cringy for me, because I'm just like, no, they're not caramel. That's not a color. Like it's a color, but it's not. You know.
I think that was the main one. Was there another one?
No, that was really the main one. I mean, there's probably other ones, but I just can't think of any right now.
What are some things you feel like we've learned about each other culturally?
I think for me personally, there's two aspects. There's the fact that I'm foreign, so it's like I've got the American aspect, and then also there's like a little subcategory of Black culture, right? And they're very similar, but at the same time, there is like a little bit of a difference too. Yeah. So I think for me, it was the food. that hit me the hardest.
Too much salt?
Not even the salt, just like the ingredients, like what you chose and is traditional for Christmas, for Thanksgiving. We don't have Thanksgiving, but just like just meals in general.
Yeah.
And it's not like I don't like it, but it's like if I could choose, I would prefer the Australian traditions.
Yeah, no, for sure. Like
types of food.
I think, for instance, when you see how we make collard greens and
I mean, even just collard greens, the ingredient. I've never had that before. And that's like that's like American, but specifically Black culture, but then also that's pretty big in the South in general as well, which I guess that makes sense.
And not even so much only to Black culture, but she's only speaking about the Black culture because, because there's other cultures that do this.
Sure.
Like, cook it similar ways, but I understand what you're saying. Like, throwing some turkey necks or pig, inside the pot.
But even just like the menu, menu is very similar, and these are probably your specific family traditions of what's on it, and I think obviously everyone's different, but it's always mac and cheese, collard greens, potato salad,
yams, fried chicken, biscuits, mashed potatoes, and turkey. And black eyed peas.
We don't have that as often. That's not always on the, like...
I was just saying general.
Oh, no, I'm saying what we usually have.
Yeah.
So, and that's just is what it is. And I enjoy eating it.
Yeah.
But it's like a culture shock because another thing is our Christmas time is in the summer. So we don't want to be eating these hearty, warm meals. We're wanting these like light. We want salads. We want color. We want fresh, like seafood. And like, not that I love seafood, but it's just like my plate would probably have some ham or turkey. They similar.
Yeah.
But it would have like this fresh salad with strawberries and feta and there would just be more color on the plate.
There's color.
No.
Yeah, there is.
It's very beige.
Well, you got collard greens.
I know, but
sweet potatoes
it's dulled
that
down
orange,
because it's simmered
mashed potatoes
in
and
meat.
Gravy that is white.
It's very beige. It's very neutral toned. I'm talking like greens and reds and oranges and
we have the
pinks.
The jam that's purple.
Yeah, but that's like from a can. Like it's not like fresh.
It's still color though.
But it's very different.
It is.
Like if I was to put our Christmas dinner
to
compared to yours, they're completely different.
Now you got some homework. Now you have to research the history behind why the food culturally looks beige.
Oh no, I'm just saying that was a
you
shock.
Already know?
Yeah.
What's the history?
It's because of what was around at the time and what you had access to. Like I'm aware.
So while it may look different, this is a history of
and
tradition that was passed down. So it's not even to the point like because sometimes I just don't want it to get confused that it's a bad thing.
No,
you know
I said that I enjoy eating it.
Oh, okay.
Like I love a good mac and cheese. Don't get me wrong. Like I enjoy eating that food. It's just a cultural shock of like that's what it is every time.
Because y'all don't use that much seasoning, and it's not even. I'm speaking mainly of Australian because when I was in Australia, I noticed there isn't salt and pepper on the table.
No, we have salt and pepper.
There's salt and pepper on the table?
I will say this is kind of a little bit of a tangent, and I may have already mentioned this, but when I was in college eating cafeteria food, came home, had my first home cooked meal with my mom, instantly felt the need to put salt on it. And my mom was mortified.
What do you do?
She said, I've already put salt in it. I was like, Mom, it needs more salt. She goes, no, it doesn't. Stop. You've changed. Your taste buds have changed.
Yeah. So that's an American thing.
Yeah. So I'm not saying that I don't like the food. I'm just saying it was a cultural shock in what those traditions were.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I mean, shoot, you haven't actually officially had Christmas down in Australia yet. We always go in November, September.
Yeah. So this will be the first year that
we're going in November again.
Oh yeah.
So you'll miss that. Maybe I'll get Mum to like cook like a similar meal to what they'll do on Christmas.
What do y'all do on Christmas?
I just told you.
Oh. See, that doesn't stick out to me as any different than just a regular meal.
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I'm saying? That doesn't stand out. Like you can have that on.
I think it's because you like cook it in the masses.
We cook it in bulk. We cook it in the masses. Yeah. We got options. You know,
we got options too.
You know what I'm saying?
I need to show you a spread of our Christmas dinner.
Listen.
It's so colorful. It's so pretty.
I'll take grandmama cooking any day.
But that was a shock.
Yeah,
I think that,
for sure.
But for me, that's the thing. Like, I feel like that's more, I view that more as just American.
Yeah.
Because even when I spent even when I spent Christmases with friends from college who were white, the meals were somewhat similar. Like, it wasn't that different. It was...
Yeah. It was just lacking seasoning.
A little bit, yeah, depending on where I went. But...
oh, you want to know a story real quick? Speaking of food, I was in 4th grade, went to a friend's birthday party, and it was like a sleepover. And then the next day, it was like from Saturday to Sunday, and I had Sunday dinner at their place, and they cooked chicken, barbecue chicken, sweet potatoes, I think green beans, and mashed potatoes.
Yum.
When I tell you that there was not a lick of seasoning on it. Oh my goodness!
Honestly,
like
though, sometimes I just like the taste. I've never tasted the ingredients.
I didn't even taste ingredients. I just tasted the food product they have. Anyway, going off on tangent. But
when it comes to seasoning, all I have to say is that I have grown a better understanding of flavor.
Yes,
and
flavor.
Making sure that it's heightened so much so that like. It gets to the point where you prefer that I cook now.
I
don't switch up on the pod now that I said that.
Nah, facts.
Like especially when it comes to like the meat and stuff.
Yeah,
like,
you
like that fish I cooked the other night.
Facts.
That was good.
You're like
I'm
well
becoming,
versed in the seasonings now.
Yeah, I'm becoming more aware as well of like what needs to happen.
Yeah, you feel me?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's a fact. No, yeah, that's a fact. Because you used to just do the baking.
Well, like, I mean, practice makes perfect.
And I would cook. I used to do all the cooking.
Most of it, yeah. But we've kind of flipped the script a little bit.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Which I'm okay with.
Yeah. What are some awkward things that you've noticed or experienced? Being in a house full of Black folk.
I've never felt like awkward amongst, right?
Do you ever get uncomfortable?
No, I don't, because no one ever makes me feel uncomfortable.
Got you.
I mean, every now and then, like,
Pepsi,
there'll be comments of like white people or something. I'm like,
yeah, not for
you know what I mean? Sure. But at the same time, I'm like, I'm not gonna judge because like there's reason. You know what I mean? It just is what it is. Like, I'm not gonna be like offended because I'm like, But then that's when the comments come. It's like, oh, no, you're not white. You're Australian. I'm like, no, I am white. Stop that. No, but we've had a conversation. Anyway, but I would somewhat recently, actually, we decided to play a couple card games.
Yeah.
And the card game was Black Trivia. And I was like,
yeah.
Like, not freaking out, but I was like, oh gosh, this is going to be a little uncomfortable because like y'all are going to know everything and I'm just going to be here like silent, like trying to participate, not hoping that my like silence doesn't make you guys uncomfortable, like, you know. And I just like, I got a little anxious because I was like,
I couldn't even tell.
I don't know. You looked at me and I was like, I'm not going to know anything. And then, you know what I mean? Like, I kind of was like, I'm not going to know anything. And you're like, you'll be fine. I'll be fine. And I was like, okay. But funnily enough, it was a very premature anxiousness because I did know. And I knew like all of the gospel themed questions, like anything to do with the church. I was like finishing the card off. And it was so funny because I was, oh wait, no, those were two different games.
Yeah. Were they?
Yes. Those were two different games. There was Black Trivia, which I didn't answer anything.
Okay.
And then there was the acronym one. And all the acronyms were the church. And those are the acronyms I got of like, oh my gosh, what was an example? Like phrases that everyone knows. Like God is good all the time. What was it? What is it?
Yeah.
Is that yeah?
God is
but
good all the
that
time
was the acronym.
and all the time.
God is good.
Yeah.
That was the acronym,
okay.
and I like said it so quickly, and everyone was like, because I wouldn't say I'm like religious, but like I hear it a lot. So like I don't know. It was just funny that like that's where I was getting all the cards because
that's how it works sometimes.
It was funny, but yeah, I would say when we started to play that game, I don't think I answered any of the questions.
Yeah, fair enough.
But I felt a little anxious and awkward. No. But your family didn't make me feel uncomfortable. It was just like a moment of like, oh, I don't like this is so outside of my like
your wheelhouse.
Yeah, and I was like, oh no, this is embarrassing.
Yeah.
But yeah, what about you? Like opposite way, you probably have a couple more moments. Maybe.
When we were in Australia for Momo's wedding.
Oh my gosh, yes. Okay.
And I'm literally the only black person there.
Yeah.
Like the only black specimen.
Yeah.
In sight, you know.
And he was looking like a supermodel. He had his dark green suit on,
I had a nice
sunglasses
suit on. I'm not gonna lie.
You were looking pretty fly.
I had a nice suit on. It was hot as hell.
Yeah.
All right, so there was 2 instances. One where your aunt, she was like, Perris, take your suit jacket off. Like
it's too hot for that. Yeah.
No, she didn't say. She didn't finish off. It's too hot for that.
Yeah.
She was just like, take your suit jacket off. You know what I mean? I took it as her saying, "Who do you think you are, a hot shot? Take your suit jacket off. God. Everyone has their suit jacket off." Like, right.
Yeah.
Right.
So that like set a tone.
Yeah.
Almost.
So I was just like, oh, okay. I'm not trying to be all like. Yeah. Trust me, I'd rather not be noticed than you know what I mean. But I would soon find out she was literally saying like, take your jacket off because you're making me hot.
Yeah,
like,
get comfortable.
Get comfortable. Because it was hot as Anyway, but then later on, I kept noticing like people were staring at me and I was just like, oh my god, here we go, here it is. I think I found the pocket in Australia where it's just like.
And it's her family.
You know what I'm saying? I'm like, oh my God, bro. So I think I remember saying something to you. I was like, babe, I'm getting stares and it's really making me uncomfortable.
And it happened that I think it was like a mom and their daughter.
Yeah. But the mom she was like staring, but in a way like of disapproval kind of sort of.
Interesting.
But she just had the RBF, I guess.
Yeah.
That was just how her face was.
Yeah.
Like it was just like, so then I'm uncomfortable now.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and then we go inside for the actual reception.
Mm-hmm.
And I just so happened to be sitting right across from them. So we sit down.
Because they're my family. Like, they family.
Sit down. And I'm like, all right, I don't know how this is going to go.
Yeah.
And, you know, she makes a comment, like a passing joke, includes me in conversation.
And I'm not sitting at the table because I'm a bridesmaid. So I'm on the table with all the bridesmaids, groom, and bride and groom.
So I'm like, all right, cool. She's making conversation, so she might be cool with me. Mm-hmm. And then she says, hey, don't mean to be weird, but
your accent.
Sorry, weird. She's like, I don't mean to be weird, but my daughter was just saying, mom, who's that attractive man, black man, or something like that, and she was just like, oh, like saying, oh my God, yes, he is handsome or whatever. So sorry if we were staring at you, like, you know what I mean? So it made me feel like, oh, okay, all right. Yeah. At least it wasn't like a negative thing. It was I was like, okay. They were in awe with your presence. Sure. Because, you know what I mean? You obviously stood out, but you also were looking dapper. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Yeah, thank you. Why am I saying thank you so much? Thank you so much for being dapper. Thank you so much for really holding the fort. But yeah, so I was pretty relieved. I was like, okay. Yeah. All right. And then the rest of the night, it was good. Chilling. Sailing for sure. Yeah. So. Yeah. I mean, I think it just comes with the territory. And I mean, it's not going to change any way I feel about you. And I think we're surrounded by people who appreciate us, respect us. But I don't know. I just feel like our trials and tribulations, so to say. Maybe that sounds dramatic. Like I'm curious if there are other interracial couples out there that have similar experiences or advice or
I don't know, like I sound off in the comments and just like I'd love to have a conversation about like, you know, the ins and outs of like both perspectives and like how you guys deal with it. Navigate it. Maybe navigate.
Feel free to DM us too.
Yeah.
We'll take a direct message as well.
Absolutely.
Hey.
Absolutely. Here for the reset. Yeah. We're gonna get a little bit more.
Just bear with us, y'all. Like we're gonna record as best we can, you know.
But I think we're setting a different intent. We've got a different vision. Yeah. We're locking in on like just a different vision, and I'm excited to see where it goes. I hope it brings together a great audience that, you know, and like a new family of people who want to watch us for us. And I don't know. I just want to create a great community, essentially.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely.
But yeah.
All right. Well, that was cool.
Got anything else to say?
Nah, for sure. Nah, I don't have anything else.
But yeah, thank you for tuning in.
Yes, for sure.
Until the next episode.
Next episode, y'all. We'll see you then.
Comment, like, subscribe. Bye.